After 129 years of waiting, history was rewritten. Through a 6 billion Kenya shilling mega project, the legendary Kilometre Zero was reborn. The face of the transportation system of Kenya changed, and for the first time ever, traveling by train from Mombasa CBD to Nairobi CBD became a reality. For just 50 Kenya shillings, I'll be taking you on an unbelievable journey of transformation, of a people, and of a city reborn on 17 September 2025. We begin our travels from the very heart of Mombasa's newly launched Commuter train station. We'll then cross the Indian Ocean Causeway at Makupa. Enjoy beautiful scenic views including the ones offered at Kibarani Miracle Park. Take in the amazing views from Dongo Kundu bypass. Visit the revamped Miritini SGR Train Terminus and more. Trust me when I tell you, you would not want to miss what we are about to uncover. But before you proceed, let me take you to where our journey begins, just outside the Mombasa Commuter Train Station gate. When I arrived at the Mombasa CBD railway station at about noon, security stopped me at the gate for their procedural checks. Immediately, my eyes were drawn at the parking lot, with a capacity of over 100 cars. But then, something else caught my attention. In front of me stood a designed, sleek, modern terminus. On 17 September 2025, this particular railway station was launched by President William Ruto. After a long struggle for survival, Kenya Railways Corporation had made a legendary comeback. Next to the plaque commemorating the launch of Mombasa CBD Train Station, also laid two massive boards, with one telling a story of the Mombasa Region Railway Network, while the other telling a story of the Mombasa Commuter Service Map. Before I make any revelations as to why this train station is called Kilometre Zero, let's digitally book a ticket in the terminus for just 50 Kenyan shillings and begin our exploration and journey to the Miritini SGR Train Terminus. The commuter train ticket is cheap than a plate of chips. After booking, we came out to this monument. This is the exact ground where the first track of the meter gauge railway linking Kenya to Uganda was laid in 1986. By 1901, the railway had reached Kisumu, then called Port Florence. By 1930, Nairobi was tied to Nyanyuki, and a year later, in 1931, the railway line had reached Uganda's Kampala. This spot became known as Kilometre Zero, the literal starting point of East Africa's railway dreams. And today, 129 years later, history has been rewritten and a legacy recreated. Waiting for us behind the terminus was a 13.8 kilometer rehabilitated meter gauge railway (MGR) and a brand new 2.6 kilometer line, including the epic 283 meter Makupa Bridge stretch. Having got my ticket for just 50 Kenya shillings, I boarded the train. As the train rolled out, I bumped into Dennis with Lensworks, one of the biggest YouTubers in Mombasa, Kenya. Dennis was kind enough to feature me in his vlog. Please subscribe to his channel and watch his videos. Before the launch of this train, one had to pay over 300 Kenya shillings just to reach the Miritini SGR Terminus by public service transport vehicles, matatus and taxis. From the wind of change, traveling from Mombasa CBD railway station to Miritini SGR Terminus has not just become cheaper, it has liberated many. For students, workers, and even tourists, it's freedom on rails. Although the train and its coaches are not futuristic, they still get the job done. As we proceeded, I noticed there were lots of small rough stones tightly placed around the railway track. For those who don't know, these stones are known as track ballast. Their job is to hold the wooden or concrete sleepers, the cross pieces under the rails, firmly in place, spread out the weight of the heavy loads carried by trains, keep the rail tracks steady, and let rainwater drain away so the rails don't rust or weaken. One of the beautiful things I experienced while on board was seeing the whole train negotiate a corner. It's not every day that you get to see the whole train when aboard. Crossing the Makupa Causeway and bridge at Kibarani felt like watching nature and history shake hands and create art. While mangrove trees guarded the ocean on the left, the 4-lane highway roared on our right as we smoothly glided through the middle while suspended between two worlds. We experienced some of the most amazing views Mombasa could offer. As we rolled into the Kibarani Miracle Park, we enjoyed more views from both the park and the 4-lane roads running parallel. To better understand the Makupa Bridge and learn more about the Miracle Park, please watch our detailed Makupa excursion video. Although I may be enjoying this trip right now, this journey almost never happened. For years, courts stalled this 6 billion Kenya shillings Commuter project, mainly because of land compensation battles and constitutional fights. To rehabilitate and build the new railways, land had to be compulsorily acquired from owners who had to be fairly compensated, dragging the completion of the project. But it wasn't just about land acquisition. The allocation of funds into the project through the budget and getting skilled personnel to complete the job was also a challenge. But when the puzzles eventually clicked, after years and billions were linked together, the dream was finally launched on 17 September 2025. Along the Kibarani Causeway, we also took in views of the famous Kenya Ports Authority and the settlement found in Changamwe East, from which at some point we got a taste of Chuda from afar. But there's something I also noticed about the train and the people living along the rail tracks. Not everything is glossy. Many a times I saw people standing and walking inches away from danger. With the lacking danger of accidents, it's very unfortunate to see people fearlessly standing and walking that close to the rail tracks. And that was not all. In one underpass, I saw someone peacefully sleeping by the tracks as the train crossed. While I found the ride to be breathtaking, the sight of someone calling the underpass a home was equally heartbreaking. Reality reminded me that every journey has two sides, one of hope and one of struggle. It is circumstances like this that remind us to be thankful and grateful to God for placing a roof over our heads. At all times, I thought we had been riding on one track until I saw this. The train had been changing rail tracks, something we'll see again soon. At one point in Kenya's history, these metallic oil tanks found near what seems like an abandoned train station were once used to transport oil to different parts of the country. If anyone knows where and what this place is, do please tell us in the comment section. I believe it's now time to tell you what you need to know on where and how the Mombasa railway service and commuter train works. The commuter train service is scheduled to offer 8 trips and ferry over 4,000 people on any given day. 4 trips from the Miritini SGR Train Terminus to Mombasa CBD Railway Station, and 4 trips from the Mombasa CBD Railway Station to the Miritini SGR Train Terminus. Each trip will cost you 50 Kenya shillings, and this is where I need you to pay attention. For travelers arriving from Nairobi via the Madaraka Express train at 3:35 am, the first train of the day will depart the Miritini SGR Train Terminus at 4:10 am. Make a stop at Miritini Station at 4:14 am and arrive in Mombasa CBD at 4:45 am. If you are traveling to Nairobi from Mombasa with the 8 am train, the Mombasa Commuter train will depart Mombasa CBD railway station at 6:25 am. Make a stop at Miritini Station at 6:53 am and arrive at Miritini SGR Terminus at 7 am. Once the train arrives at Miritini SGR Train Terminus at 7 am, another train will leave the Miritini SGR Train Terminus for Mombasa CBD railway station at 7:20 am. It will pick up people at Miritini Station at 7:24 am and arrive in Mombasa at 7:55 am. People traveling to Nairobi with the 3 pm Madaraka Express train will leave the Mombasa CBD railway station at 12:35 pm for the Miritini SGR Terminus. The train will have a 1:03 pm stop at Miritini Station before proceeding to arrive at the Miritini SGR Terminus before 2 pm. For those arriving at the Miritini SGR Train Terminus from Nairobi with the 2 pm Madaraka Express train, a Mombasa CBD bound commuter train will be waiting. This train will leave for Mombasa CBD railway station at 2:25 pm. At 2:29 pm, it will stop at Miritini to pick up people and leave for Mombasa CBD railway station, where it will arrive at 3 pm. At 5:30 pm, another train will leave the Mombasa CBD railway station for Miritini SGR Terminus, where it will stop at the Miritini station at 5:58 pm and arrive at the Miritini SGR Terminus at 6:05 pm. For those who wish to travel to Nairobi using the 10 pm train, you will have to arrive at the Mombasa CBD railway station very early. The commuter train bound for Miritini SGR Terminus will leave the Mombasa CBD railway station at 7:20 pm. Stop at Miritini at 7:48 pm and arrive at the Miritini SGR Train Terminus at 7:55 pm, ready to pick the passengers arriving from Nairobi. Passengers arriving at the Miritini SGR Train Terminus from Nairobi at about 8:30 pm will board the commuter train, which will depart the Miritini SGR Train Terminus for Mombasa CBD railway station at 9 pm. This train will stop at Miritini at 9:04 pm and leave for Mombasa CBD railway station, where it will arrive at 9:35 pm. Now, this schedule is what I was provided with by the Mombasa train station personnel. Take note that in the future, the schedule might be subject to change. These commuter trains will connect the Mombasa CBD to Miritini, Changamwe West, Changamwe East, Shimanzi, and Maseras. See, planning this project and completing it was not easy. To prevent soil erosion and the walls from collapsing, Kenya Railways Corporation engineers had to construct these slope terraces with wall, coping stones and some hollow pots. The hollow pots on the slopes with some vegetation are designed to ensure there is stabilization on the ground. The engineers also built a canal just below the wall coping stones to prevent flooding and also to prevent water from getting on the rail tracks and affecting the transport system. On our right, we got to see the amazing views from Mwache Bridge. Please go watch our comprehensive and detailed video on Mwache Bridge as well as the other bridges found in the coast of Kenya. We have full videos of the 3 bridges along the Dongo bypass, as well as a day and night video of the Dongo bypass. I request you to please go and binge watch our bridge tours and infrastructural developments playlist to learn more about the infrastructure which has forever changed the coast of Kenya. My curiosity wouldn't let me settle. Just how many rail tracks are here? And where does this bridge lead to? Now, if someone knows these answers, please let us know in the comment section down below. As we approached the Miritini SGR Train Terminus, we came across trains used to transport goods. These kinds of trains are referred to as cargo trains or freight trains. By now, you must have noticed that the Kenyan trains ferry both goods and people to Nairobi and beyond. On our arrival, pieces of steel merged with concrete forged into art creation by engineers caught my attention. Talking about art, check the floor design. I love how the grey patterned soil tiles with a recurring design ruled the platform. There is a narrow orange strip running diagonally across the floor, and just beside it is a wide tiled line in the middle of the floor. Whether I'm stepping on a canvas or a floor is a topic for another day. Above us, giant shades stretching wide to shelter commuters from the sun and the rain welcome us. The shades are supported by strong metallic pillars. For those seeking to use the Mombasa Commuter train, this is the platform where one boards the Mombasa CBD commuter bound train, which is on our right. On our left is the body of a cargo train for ferrying goods. When it was time to exit the platform to the flyover just above us, 2 options presented themselves. You can choose the lift or the sturdy and well-built staircase to exit. Dennis with lens walks and I took the stairs, and I was blown away by the finishing on the floor.
Very strong, the stick. Very strong. I've been using it from there. I see you.
Ndio umefika.
The red you see on the floor is rough cast. It's beautiful to see, feel and touch. I probably might have been the first person to feel it. The views from the platform are amazing. Just see the multiple rail tracks. I must admit that as a country we have grown. Our attempts to have the country connected are noticeable. Although it has taken us long, we have arrived after 129 years. Better late than never is the Kenyan way of life. We deliver despite the hurdles. As we approach the lift, which is also referred to as elevator by Americans, I noticed how the Miritini SGR Train Terminus Tower was inviting us to experience its beauty from this stage. From here, I could see the Great Indian Ocean from afar, meandering its way to the Dongo Kundu bypass. Having previously taken the stairs, it was time to take the lift and share the experience of being in this vertical transportation device, which has a capacity of 14 people and can carry a maximum load of 1,050 kilograms. The infrastructure here is beautiful. The path down the Miritini SGR Train Terminus is wonderfully designed and paved. This is the work of 6 billion Kenya shillings. Whether what you have experienced so far represents a true account of how the money was spent or not is a topic for another day. By the parking lot, there are washrooms on our left, and on our front, another masterpiece presented itself. The Miritini SGR Train Terminus in Mombasa is one beautiful piece of engineering. If you have never had a chance of seeing it before, this is your lucky day. As we approached the security and scanning area, we came across this board with some warnings and prohibitions. It is worth taking note of what is prohibited and what is restricted by the Madaraka Express passenger service and conditions of carriage. There is also a security checkpoint where everyone must go through to have their bags checked before going into the terminus. So, while this project may not sit well with everyone, especially people in the public service transport network, in reality, I feel and believe that this project was much needed. It has provided a solution where none was. The train has helped reduce transportation costs. Paying a train fare of 50 Kenya shillings from the normal 300 to 400 Kenya shillings in matatus is a big relief to everyone, considering the harsh economic times we are facing as a people. Apart from saving on costs, the train also saves on time. The fixed schedule makes it easily accessible. Getting from point A to B is now as easy as A, B, C. Compared to buses, the train also offers more safety and comfort. Another advantage the Commuter train offers is manifested in the ease of booking. When boarding from the Mombasa CBD, payment can be made via M-Pesa in the terminus, or you can even book ahead of time online. With the arrival of the Mombasa-bound train from Nairobi, it dawned on us that time had come. It was time to go back to the Mombasa CBD Train Station. On our way to board the train, I finally met Agatha Chow. Agatha is another great YouTuber. Both Dennis with Lensworks and Agatha Chow are doing great on YouTube. Please watch their videos and subscribe to their channels. Support them just as you do me. As we went to board the commuter train, we took the lift which serves 2 floors. We then took the stairs back to the commuter train so that Agatha could experience using both the lift and the stairs. Before the commuter train departed for the Mombasa CBD railway station, I found out that the commuter train has 8 coaches, with each coach having a different number on it. It is here where I also noticed that the trains are painted with red, white and yellow colors, which are the colors on the Kenya Railways Corporation logo. To find out the seating capacity of the coaches, I got into coach 2304. Each coach has 64 seats. Now, what happens when the coaches are full? To solve this problem, Kenya Railways installed these metal rods with handlebars to allow people to stand as they travel to their destination.
Also, one coach has 64 seats.
On the platform by the train, I also noticed that there are seats spaced out to enable people comfortably wait before boarding the train. There was one thing I needed to do, and I got into coach 2316 to do it. I had to explore the coach's features. When the train is in motion, it is prohibited to open the train doors. Smoking in the coaches is also prohibited, and leaning out of the window is also discouraged. There are speakers and some cooling fans in the coaches. There is also a section for our friends. Medical kits and a fire extinguisher can also be found on board. Lastly, the coaches also have a washroom, so you don't have to worry about conducting real business. When 2:25 p.m. clocked, we departed to Kilometre Zero. We went back to where it all started in 1896, the place where East Africa's railway story was born. Take note that when boarding the Mombasa-bound CBD commuter train from the Miritini SGR Terminus, payments are made in the train itself and the ticket costs less than a tuk-tuk ride in town. While on board, the train attendant who had a payment terminal machine had me insert my mobile phone number in the machine. I then received a payment prompt on my phone, after which I inserted my PIN number and made payment. After payment, we were issued with receipts. Here is a caution. Once you get this receipt, do not, I repeat, do not throw it, as the Kenya Railways Corporation personnel will ask for the receipt at the exit. The ride is also eye-opening. You get to see another side of Mombasa. It's like rediscovering Mombasa for the very first time through a train window. This is your time to explore a new side of the city. After about 45 minutes, we were back to Kilometre Zero. We might have completed this journey together, but this should not be our end. Please, continue walking with me on this YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my channel for more vlogs. While no system is perfect, Kenya Railways Corporation has done it by perfecting its art, one station at a time. Kenya Railways Corporation's bid to modernize the country's rail transport sector is just beginning. From the 1896 Kilometre Zero to today's Miritini interchange, Kenya Railway's story isn't finished. It's still being written, and now every one of us gets to ride it. Thank you for joining us on this ride. If this video helped you understand the new train, drop a like. Share the video with someone stuck in traffic every day. Share the video with someone traveling. Share the video with your friends and family. And subscribe to my channel for more vlogs about travel and Kenya's infrastructure affecting travel. Until next time, ride safe, travel smart, and remember, every journey is more than just the destination. So, walk with me. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next video.